Hello, Carson. Carson, can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Carson, can you hear me? Oh, you're mute.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, how are you? How's
Oh,
it
nice
going?
meeting you. I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing fine. Okay, so I'm really excited to know more about you and your practice. So let's see. I'm just waiting for Noriko-san. Noriko-san is the other speaker for today. By any chance, do you know Noriko-san already or not?
No, I don't know him. I don't know her.
Okay. She is practicing music for a long time in India.
Okay. Can I check my
Yes, please. You can share and check. Yes, we can see your screen.
Can you see?
Yes.
Is it okay? All right.
Yes. Let me give a call to Noriko-san and check if she's able to join. Hello. Hello, Noriko-san. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi. Nice to see you.
はじめまして。大橋です。
はじめまして。大橋さん、はじめまして。
よろしくお願
Your
いします。
profile is very interesting. I mean, sorry. You're a philosopher as well as, yeah, you do a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Since I'm kind of old, that's why.
Yeah.
You are kind of old, but always be with the young people, huh?
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That's a great thing. And that's a great thing being in India as well. I mean, a lot of young people here.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Ohashi-san will be up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So first
Okay.
will be Ohashi-san and then will be yours. So
Okay.
let me formally start today's proceedings.
Yep.
Good evening, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
We have come to our 6th and last edition of IJL IJBC lecture series. We started this in the beginning of this year, and over all this, so all these 5 different lectures that has been given. This is probably the little different. It's not directly business, but more towards direct people to people connect using culture, yoga, and music. So as you know, culture basically thrives amongst people. And till our last session, we offered opportunity to visualize the people to people exchange that can be at the core of enhancing and enriching the bilateral relations between India and Japan. While acknowledging the unique contribution of each culture, the speakers here will seek for interactions of culture through common platform of yoga and music. It will be an interesting combination, seeking the synchronization of body and soul as well as your inner self and nature. This session would reflect upon the evolution of self through a journey of cultural exploration and people's participation through cultural dialogues. So all of you can imagine that this will be a really different and interesting session today. So both for speakers and others, we have put up this in the Zoom, and this is also YouTube live. So people who do not want to use Zoom, you can also see this live on YouTube and also see the recorded video later on. So to start with today's proceeding, first we will be listening from Wahashi-san about his experience with yoga, and that will be followed by Noriko-san's journey with music. So let me quickly tell you about Wahashi-san. He is representative director of the Yoga Organization of Japan. He is also Miss World Japan representative, director for Miss World Japan representative, founder, conductor of Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, Japanese Language Center, and he is the outside director of Nippon Kawaya Ohio Holdings. So he has varied experience. He has been to various parts of the world. He has done philosophy from University of Maryland, and an American School of Philosophy, the Catholic University of American Graduate School of Philosophy. So we have Wahashi-san, who is a philosopher, a yoga practitioner, so we will listen to him. That will be followed by another very interesting personality. In fact, I met Noriko-san last month during our Konnichiwa Pune event, and it was a wonderful not only discussing with Noriko-san, but also listening to her music. I think you will get a glimpse of what Noriko-san offers to the table today. So Noriko Shakti is a multi-genre music producer, composer, DJ, and tabla player from Tokyo, Japan. She has released 2 EPs within the time and place, Reunion. These are got covered by Rolling Stone India, Mix Mag Asia, Times of India, The New Indian Express, and so on. She started her career as DJ in Tokyo. Her pure interest in diverse music and culture brought her to India. Earned a MA in Tabla under the Indian Government Scholarship Scheme. Wrapped up her PhD with the thesis Comparative Analysis between India and Japanese percussion instruments. So I think we will have a wonderful session today. Now, before we formally get started with the session and invite Wahashi-san, let me quickly thank our sponsors for this particular program. So all our online events are supported by Fujitsu Consulting, Interjust Worldwide, Daiichi Japanese Language Solution, Tutor Bharat, JESEX, and Fox Mandal. With this introduction, let me request Wahashi-san to please share your journey with yoga and your experience for both India and Japan community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So can I start now? Okay.
Yes, please.
So hello everybody. My name is Kazuaki Ohashi. My information is like this. I've been doing yoga since I was probably 10 years old. But at that time, I started actually Zazen, Zen, Japanese Zen, Zen meditation. But until I was involving this organization, I didn't know that Zen Buddhism is a part of yoga. So since then, I was like, oh, I didn't know anything about yoga or Indian culture, how much influenced to Japanese culture. Even I believed that I'm doing very authentic Japanese Buddhism practice, which is Zazen, but it was actually yoga. I didn't even know that. And also not many Japanese people don't know that Japanese Zen culture or even Buddhist culture is originated by Indian yoga. So today, I just wanna let you know that how much influenced authentic yoga to Japanese culture, especially Buddhism culture. People, I mean, probably many people knows yoga can connect your mind and body. Through practicing yoga, you can connect your mind and your body together. But actually, yoga can connect not only your mind and body, but also you and other people, or past and future, or even India and Japan. Yoga can connect everything. For instance, through my experience, I can meet so many people through yoga. Yoga can connect you and special people. Through yoga, you will have opportunity to meet special people you have ever imagined. Like I'm very lucky to meet your Prime Minister Modi because of yoga. Because I've been doing, promoting yoga in Japan. Prime Minister Modi are interested in me. Then when he was in Japan, I could have a chance to meet him. And when I was in India, I met your former Ayush minister, or I could have seen Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji from Art of Living, or Baba Ramdevji. All these, famous or very powerful people in the world, just because I do yoga. Not only Indian people, but also like other people from all over the world. The picture on your right-hand side is from Italy, Italian yoga organization people. Wherever I go, I can meet yoga people. even China, Korea, Nigeria, I can meet any people through yoga. That's one of the soft power of yoga. And not only people, but also you can travel the timetable. For instance, when your Prime Minister Modi was in Japan, he was mentioned about these sentences. He mentioned Bodhisattva, who was lived in 18th century and came to Japan to establishing so-called Kegon school, Japanese very traditional Buddhist school. And also to Vivekananda, he is also very, very, very influenced in Japan cultural ties. These people, your Modi, Prime Minister Modi mentioned about these Indian people who has been influenced Japanese culture, not only Japanese culture, but also the connection between India and Japan. And you can see Tagore or these Indian people who are always thinking about Indo-Japan relationships through culture. So now I want to talk about a little bit yoga history in Japan. As I mentioned before, as Prime Minister Modi mentioned, yoga's history, in Japan is almost 1300 years old. As you know, in yoga's history itself is like 5,000 years old already. So kind of new in Japan compared to yoga in India. But when Buddhism derived from India, actually through China, at the same time, yoga is introduced by Buddhism. So probably many people, have you ever been to Japan? Have you came to Japan? I hope many people came to Japan. So you will see a lot of Japanese, Buddhism temple in Japan. In Japan, Buddhism temple is more than, close to 80,000 Buddhist temple in Japan. 80,000. So many Buddhist temple in Japan. For instance, like convenience store in Japan is about 5,500. So close more, double of convenience store. You can see Japanese Buddhist temple. And Buddhism is from, of course, Indo, through China. But unfortunately, many people believe that Buddhism is from China, originated from Chinese culture. That's very a shame, but I'm sorry, but many Japanese people believe in so. So I want to talk about Nara, Kyoto, and Kamakura. These are very famous Buddhist city. The first is Nara. As I mentioned before, five Buddhist monks from Gandhara, probably it's in Pakistan right now, but part of Indian culture, visited from India to Japan, 8th century. I'm sorry, it's not 8th century, 5th century, 5th century. 5 Buddhist monks from Gandhara visited to Japan. So at the time, the Buddhism has been introduced by Chinese people. At the same time, Indian monk also visited to Japan, 5th century already. So during this Nara period, which is around 8th century, 5th century to 8th century, Japanese government are using Buddhism to govern local area. So that time government used yoga or Buddhism to grasp people. The next video is Kyoto. Kyoto period. The famous Buddhist monk is Saicho and Kukai, and especially Kukai is very, very famous in Japan. And this time, around 8th century to 10th century, at the Kyoto, people are practicing kinda yoga. We call Shingon school. Shingon is true word from Sanskrit mantra. So people are using mantra to study Buddhism that time. And next period is Kamakura. And the city of Kamakura is probably like 30 minutes from Tokyo. They have a lot of big Buddha and Japanese so-called Zen Buddhist temple. Around 12th century to 13th century, and early and middle Kamakura Buddhism are getting very popular in Japan. And during, actually, this time is so-called samurai period. A lot of warriors, samurai warriors, fighting each other. So this time, people are always thinking about your death. So they wanted to be calm down yourself using meditation. That's the Zen Buddhism. So this Zen is from Zenya, from 8th path of Yoga Sutra. So you can see Zen Buddhism is kind of yoga because the relationships yourself and the world, they want to put together using Zen meditation. Bonga Ichinyo is exactly same as the purpose of doing yoga meditation. So again, so many people are doing Zazen in Japan. Even Prime Minister Nakasone or Prime Minister Abe, they are both getting into Zen practice, even though they didn't know they are doing a kind of yoga. So people want to be calming down yourself using Zen practice here in Japan. But that's exactly part of yoga practice. You can say in the Yoga Sutra, the 7th stage of your meditation is called dhyana, and dhyana is even dhyana is the calming down your mind. That's the goal of Zazen. So if you visit to Japan, you can see a lots of Indian culture or yoga culture at the Buddhist temples. Of course, the Buddha himself is Indian, and there is a lot of Buddhism, how to call statues. Of course, they are all Indian, and you can see this mudra. We call it inso. You can see this inso mudra everywhere in your Buddhist temple. You can see this Ayurvedic philosophy also at the Buddhist temple. even this Homa, we call Goma Gyo. As I told you, the Shingon school, origin by Mr. Kukai, Kobo Daishi. Their school always doing this Goma practice. We call Goma practice, exactly same as Homa. But again, people don't know these are from Indian culture. I'm sorry about it. So I wanted to change a little bit because so many Japanese culture who that we think these are origin by either Japanese or Chinese, but actually these are from India. We forget that kind of things. I mean, situation. I want to change it. I need through yoga, because yoga is so popular in Japan right now, and everybody, I mean, many people know that yoga is from India. So through practicing yoga, we can realize that our culture is origin by Indian culture. I mean, influenced a lot. So nowadays, in Japan, yoga is very popular, as I mentioned. Can you see on your left-hand side picture? These are Buddhist temple. I mean, this is the picture at the Buddhist temple in Kanagawa Prefecture. More than 300 old Buddhists doing yoga at temple, Buddhist temple. In the middle, this is young ladies. Actually, these are from Miss World Japan. They are practicing yoga. And on your right-hand side picture is about junior high school. They are doing yoga to calm down your body and mind, especially for before examination. They are using yoga. And this is Kagoshima Prefecture. These young ladies aged about 90 years old or 80 years old. These ladies are doing yoga. You can see how flexible they are right now. And lots of celebrities are doing yoga too. And this is Teruno Fuji Yokozuna rank, which is grand champion of sumo. He is doing yoga too. And also a governmental organization, chief of marine, and lots of governmental people are doing yoga too. And as I mentioned before, these are like Nara or Kamakura or Kyoto temples, very famous temples. You can do yoga at the temples. Even these monks didn't know when, I mean, they are practicing kind of yoga. They didn't know So we through practicing yoga, we can inform them that Buddhism is part of yoga. So they are like, oh, I've been doing yoga, So again, Japanese culture and India culture has been connected this kind of yoga meditation. And again, these public junior high school and also even university are doing yoga. These are university we call circle, club, yoga club at the university. Then you can go to Skytree, the tallest media tower in Japan. If you go to this Skytree, you can experience yoga like this. This is the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, we can call Marine. The chief of Marine is doing yoga too. Even like submarine crew doing yoga. And at the helicopter port, at the helicopter port, we are doing yoga too. This is not our event, but Japan and India collaborating yoga session on each marine ship. And can you see the teacher is Indian guy and students are Japanese Marines. So this teacher flew over from Indian ship to Japanese ship through using helicopter. So such a kind of these connections you can be together through yoga practice. And I told you not only Terunofuji, the Yokozuna Grand Champion, but also other young small wrestlers start practicing yoga, not only for body, but also their concentration skill. They need to be concentrate to push people, push somebody, or you need your mind. You have to use your mind correctly. So we call like set up your mind. You can use your breathing technique or meditation technique of yoga. So these small wrestlers are using yoga practice lately. But this is this is the diet. All the permanently yoga for the promotion yoga. These are diet members. They start doing yoga at the diet. This is local government. It is Kanagawa Prefecture, or this is Kagoshima Prefecture, mayors of Nishinomote City. So the government, local government using yoga to promoting health, especially these old ladies, or elder ladies or elder people start doing yoga. This is Okinawa and the South Islands Prefecture. Because of yoga, many people I mean, this is a yoga tourism, not only for your body and mind, but also for your economics. You can use yoga because many people wants to do yoga, practicing yoga, a beautiful site in nature. So this Okinawa prefecture using yoga as a, especially this is Nanjo city, using yoga as a promoting their nature, beauty of their nature. And not only government or local government, but also these private sectors doing yoga. I mean, has a yoga class right now. So not only doing yoga, but also you can meet people through yoga club or yoga tourism. So you can, again, yoga can connect you to others. So from business perspective, I can say using yoga as a soft power, and you can meet people so easily. And meeting people through yoga is very unique, I can say, because people are very, how to call, pure. So once you do, I mean, after you practice yoga, your mind is so pure, and at that stage, you can meet people very, how do you call, you can, I mean, the meeting people through yoga is very good. Can you see? Because there are not bad feeling or evil mind in yourself. Then I mean, of course, other people are very good after doing yoga. So meeting these people a very good time to get to know each other, I believe. Government, embassy, local government, private sectors, religious group, universities, high school, junior high schools, even elderly, I mean, peoples, you can meet people through yoga. So is this too short?
No, I think this is really good. I mean, a lot of amazing stuff. First of all, thank you very much. It's an eye-opening presentation even for me. You know, yoga and all these things for Indian population, majority of us are aware about at least the word yoga. That is one thing. And little bit during our childhood, my father practiced yoga every day, but I'm not practicing anyway. Though I'm frequently advised by doctors that I should be doing yoga.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, that's a different story. But you know, the reach of yoga is a soft power, and the various things that you can do. This is a really eye-opening experience for me. The way you presented the power, soft power, yoga as a soft power, is something really very interesting. I have a few questions for you.
Please.
First of all, you know, at the age of 10, you said you started practicing yoga at the age of 10, but basically initially Zen and then yoga. So what inspired you at the age of 10? Because I believe not many Japanese people at the age of 10 might be knowing about Zen or yoga. So what was
because
your case?
yeah, because I was born in Kanagawa Prefecture. I grew up in Kamakura area. So I have a chance to go to visit Buddhist temple, actually Zen Buddhism temple. So for me, it was kind of cool. To me, young age, I want to be a mature people. I want to be, how do you call, looked, old people. I mean, so-called, elder people. So I pretended that I know everything. So I wanted to be mature things, which is Zen Buddhism. Zen meditation. Then I started. Then I liked it. Then after I'm like India, in Japan also, entrance examination is very difficult, very tough. So my mind has to be stable using the Zen yoga practice, I think. That's why even though I was young, I started doing Zen practice.
This is really inspiring. I think many of us, many Indians can also take this as an inspiration from you. Now, yeah. So, but another important thing is there within India, we normally see that post-COVID or during COVID, yoga actually helped people. Many people who were not practicing yoga, they started practicing yoga, at least pranayama and all those things, because this is nasal and breathing disease, corona. So you actually for the respiratory diseases, pranayama is a good thing to practice.
Right.
Do you see that shift in Japan also, that many people started practicing yoga in the COVID and post-COVID period?
Yeah, post-COVID period, because we cannot also getting out. We cannot get out. So you have to locked out. You have to be inside of your room or in your house. So you cannot so-called, you cannot do sports. You cannot do soccer. You cannot play golf. You cannot do anything. That time, we can have a chance to promote yoga, because to do yoga, all we need is only how do you call? We call ichijo, 6 centimeter by 180 centimeters. That's it. All we need is this kind of area. So you can do your practice. You got yoga during COVID period. So everybody started at least meditation parts. Many people started yoga at that time.
Okay, so I think Corona actually helped proliferate yoga to people more and more. So that's a good part.
Yes.
So now another question is, one important part of yoga overall, if we look at overall yoga, food habit is also an interesting part of the whole system. Food habit.
Say that again, please.
Yeah, food.
Oh, Ayurvedic food is not popular in Japan, but Japanese food is based on Buddhist food, I can say. So before, I think 18th century, 19th century, we didn't eat meat at all. So yeah, because we eat a lot of natural food. Especially vegetables, basically. So Japanese, so-called authentic Japanese food is very, very, very healthy, and also kinda Ayurvedic. Yes. And very good for your body too. So even though lately we are eating a lot of meat, but after after certain age, certain period, certain age, for instance, our parents' age, they don't eat meat much. They started authentic Japan. They love Japanese authentic food. So I think Ayurvedic food is not popular in Japan, but again, historically, we are, our food is very, close to Ayurvedic food, I think. Influenced by Ayurveda, I think.
Oh, that's interesting to know, because I thought Japan might be eating a lot of meat. I know about fish and veggies. That's definitely there, but as far as meat is concerned, it's definitely a new information. So,
yeah, we call Shojin Ryori. Shojin Ryori means no meat, basically.
okay.
Ahimsa, because.
But in general, also, I mean, I find Japanese food very, very nice, very good and healthy. And within Japan, whenever I am in Japan, it's actually good to eat a lot of fresh food. So in India, that sometimes could be an issue, but Japan, you actually get very, very fresh fish and everything. So that's really nice. Okay, so I think thank you very much. It was really nice, exciting, and great to know. And I hope this year, if you come to India, we will be able to meet in person and probably get more about Buddhism, yoga, food, and all these things. So once again, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Now over to Noriko-san. Noriko-san has a wonderful journey in India from Japan. And also, Noriko-san, congratulations on completing your Viva for the PhD. I know it is.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So now over to Dr. Noriko-san.
So yes, so I'll share my screen. Yeah. So hi, my name is Noriko. So about me, I am multi-genre music producer, composer, DJ, and tabla player from Tokyo, Japan. And yeah, I just talk about music career briefly. So I have released 2 EP within the time and place and reunion. And yeah, I started my career in Japan. And that time I was a DJ and composer. And I really love India. Ohashi-san just gave a talk about yoga. I've been practicing yoga as well, meditation, and yeah, and pure interest into diverse music of India just brought me to India. And yeah, it's been 10 years. I came to Kolkata alone in 2012. So now 2022, I've been in India for 10 years. So yeah, during that period, I earned Master in Tabla under ICCL Indian Scholarship Government program. And yeah, I just wrapped up my PhD. So my thesis about comparative analysis between India and Japanese percussion instruments. So I'd like to talk about music of India and Japan, as well as my project and how I explore India for 10 years. That's a long story, but yeah, briefly. So yeah, this is, those are just coverage. I've seen that Ohashi-san's presentation that how Zen and yoga came to Japan through Central Asian countries and China, Korea, and Japan. So music and musical instruments also came to Japan in the same way. So for example, you can find a lot of similarity between India and Japan. Scale of traditional music, India and Japan. So rag is scale of Indian classical music, like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, C, D, E, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. that scale, raga, Bopari, Yaman, for example, those are very basic Indian classical rag that you can find in Japan, in Central Asian country, Korea, China, and that travel to Japan through those countries. You can find Japanese classical music, semi-classical music from enka. That enka uses a lot of Bopali and Yaman tunes. And percussion instruments. So percussion is my subject. I'd like to introduce that connection between India and Japan through percussion instruments. You know that the tsuzumi, Japanese classical percussion instrument tsuzumi, that tsuzumi actually came from India. I'll show you what tsuzumi is. This is tsuzumi. So yeah, hourglass shaped and tightened by rope. That shape coming from India. So in Hinduism, Damal is a symbol of power of Shiva. Damal is, okay, I'll show you Damal. So this is my final thesis. Yes. So yeah, this is Damal. Indian folk percussion instrument, and you can find this Damal in the hand of Shiva. So here, this is small Damal in the hand of Shiva, dancing Shiva. This statue from Chora period. You can find a lot of different forms of Damal in different countries. For example, this is Tibetan Damal, Damal in Thailand. So yeah, how this Damal come to Japan is quite interesting. That the name itself, Japanese Tsuzumi, it is expressing the sound of name of Dundubi. It is another name of Damal. So original form of this Tsuzumi was transmitted from India to mainland China, and from China, the variety of drums, there also Yoko, Ikko, Niko, Sanko, Yonko. Then it comes to Japan. I use very brief image that how this Mahayana and Theravada Buddhism come to Japan. So from here, north part of India, come to Tibet, come to Central Asia, China, Korea, and Japan, 5th century AD. So spread of Buddhism, Mahayana, which is called Daijo Bukkyo in Japan, and Joza Bukkyo, often called Shoujo Bukkyo. So yeah, the mal and idea of them coming from India. So after physical death of Gautam Siddhartha, divided into two schools. From India to China, since road connecting India, Roma and India and China to Korea, then finally Korea to Japan. So yeah, music form and dance, theater, instruments, we have a lot of influences from India. For example, this Shomyo, Buddhism mantra recitation, it is coming from Sanskrit mantra too. Shomyo is, I can show you the image. Yeah, this is how Buddhism monks reciting Shomyo. So yeah, Shomyo is one type of music have been introduced from China through India. And it was introduced when the Todai temple was opening April 752, and there they have huge ceremony of music and dance and mantra recitation by monk. That time Japan adopted a lot of elements, a lot of different elements from India, China, Korea, yeah, mostly Central Asian countries. And this shomyo is basis of Japanese vocal music too. So yeah, I'd like to talk about my music project between India and Japan. So one is Within, which was online show of contemporary dance supported by Japanese Foundation, Japan Foundation. So I will play video now. So this was the project of Within. It was 2020 in May, and during first lockdown, I'm a musician and they're dancers, and we lost the place to perform. So we talk about our situation and let's do something online. And luckily we got support from Japan Foundation. So yeah, this was online contemporary dance. We wanted to express our struggle being artist in that period. That was quite interesting project. And I made 5 songs for this contemporary dance show. And later I released those songs as EP, which is within the time and the place. So yeah, Rolling Stone India, they wrote about this EP. So in this music, I put a lot of elements like India, Japan. I even play tabla and some instruments over there. I'd like to share the finale of this dance project. Let me play. So she was in Mumbai that time, and the other dancer was in Tokyo, and I was in Goa. So in the finale, we found some kind of connection between us, even though we can not meet physically. Yeah. So yeah, it was a project within. And I'd like to introduce my next project between Japan and India music project, which is called Anata ni Kimeta. So Anata ni Kimeta is Japanese enka lyrics into most famous rag, Bopali. Bopali is Indian classical scale. So I wanted to use that Bopali rag for Japanese song, and I made that on electronic trip hop beats. So yeah, the song is reflect of my experience, practice, music production, composing, Indian classical music research, and tabla and songwriting and singing influence from Japanese pops. So I'd like to show you video. Yeah, so yeah, this was called Anata ni Kimeta. And yeah, next project I want to introduce is Shanti Protocol. So Shanti Protocol is based on Shanti mantra, and maybe first I'd like to play video again.
India インドの女性たちと作るブラジャー、ランゴリー。イ インドの女性が地面に描く鮮やかな文様、通称ランゴーリー。幸福を呼び入れるために地面に描く伝承文様は、家族の幸せを祈りながら描かれる。ここはとあるインドの農村。出稼ぎしている夫に代わって妻は家で家族の世話をしている。家族の幸せのために今まで努力してきたけれど、毎日同じことの繰り返しみたい。このままでいいのかな。家計にも貢献したいし、外の世界も見てみたい。自分のやりたいこと、夢だったこと、いろんな可能性、もっともっと挑戦してみたい。そういう気持ちを抱える女性がインドにはたくさんいます。彼女たちの夢を応援したい。インドの女性と出会ったランゴリーは、彼女たちと一緒に仕事を作るチャレンジを始めます。そこで生まれたのが、すべての女性の生活を楽しく彩るブラジャー。インドの女性を象徴する伝承文様のランゴーリーと、女性の体を一番近くで応援するランジェリー。二つの名前を掛け合わせてランゴリーというブランドが誕生しました。一人一人が可能性を最大限に発揮できる社会を作るランゴリー。
You are mute, Noriko-san.
Sorry. Yeah. So I made this chant protocol song for the project of Rangoli. Rangoli is an entrepreneurship project in Ricoh company. Ricoh is maybe famous for camera and copy machine. Yeah. So Rangoli is a project by Japanese woman and as well as Indian woman. So making underwear with and for women of India, empowering women through power of business. So I made this song for that movie, and why I used Shanti Protocol, Shanti Mantra, and named it as Shanti Protocol is that I wanted to pray for their project. And yeah, the song made is based on the story of Indian myth that the mantras, some scholars, it is just a myth, but some scholars argue that the Vedic period mantra is too developed, and maybe that was handed down by alien to human. And yeah, this mantra, Shanti mantra, is praying for our harmony and development and create energy together. So yeah, I use Shanti mantra for this song. And this mantra would be maybe understood by all of us in the universe and alien. And next project I want to introduce is my travel and jam. So throughout those projects and study, I enjoyed being in India and meet a lot of people. Especially I was in Bengal, I was in Kolkata. So I met a lot of Indian musicians and folk musicians. I'd like to play the last movie. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy my presentation. That's last project I wanted to introduce. Thank you, Abhishek-san.
Thank you very much, Noriko-san. We thoroughly enjoyed. So many interesting. Yes. One first question is definitely why tabla? There are so many other instruments you have. Why you choose tabla? Even in India, you really don't find many female tablists. So majority of the tablists are male. So you come from Japan and choose tabla. Why?
So I was being active as composer and producer in Japan as well, and I wanted to learn something percussion, any percussion instruments, and I've heard that the tabla is the most difficult percussion instrument in the world. So yeah, I'm very naughty girl.
That's really
So
nice.
I wanted to challenge that, yeah.
So
And
all
and
my
Zaki
life,
was
I
saying,
just
yeah, and those tabla celebrities and their charm on the stage is so amazing. So yeah, I wanted to learn. That's it. And that's why I came to India.
So I always thought of learning tabla since my childhood, but I never tried. So
That is really tough instrument, yes, for sure. And
do you agree that this is one of the toughest percussion instruments?
Yes, one of the, yes, I agreed. And my Guruji, they say like you have to practice at least 4 hours a day if you want to be classical tabla player.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
4 hours is minimum.
4 hours. That's so. In fact, I'm completely mesmerized with the project that you did with Japan Foundation. It's
Yes.
spectacular. It's
Yeah,
really
that is beautiful project. I was very lucky to be in. So yeah.
Did you thought of this particular topic, and what was the inspiration for? Is it the lockdown time and the frustration for the lockdown time, and that's try to show.
Yes, yes. And yeah, that was frustration for sure. Dancers, they need stage, but that time we couldn't have physical stage, physical show. And being 2 months lockdown in India was so stressful. Luckily, I was in Goa. It was, I mean, much better than other cities for sure. But yeah, very stressful time. And yeah, we wanted to do something between India and Japan. Yeah. So my friend Yuko Harada was in Mumbai, and another dancer in Tokyo, and yeah, we are like, let's do something. We cannot be like this.
I think it's a seamless online coordination also. Otherwise,
Yes.
producing this one is not easy. You three
Yes.
people are at three different places and coordinating, and also coordinating with the music
Yeah.
and dance. It's
Yeah.
definitely a very inspirational story or inspirational project.
Yeah, that was really challenging. So there are technical director behind, and he calculated difference of this internet connection. And yeah, because we have to sync music and dance choreography. Syncing online is, I mean, that's
Oh yeah, of course.
yeah.
This is interesting. You calculated the difference between the bandwidth to the internet.
Yeah,
That
Japan and
was
India.
good detail.
Yeah.
So I can see Siddharth-san also. So Siddharth-san, hello. Siddharth-san, your video is off. Let me just check. I think Siddharth-san was here. He actually wanted to, yeah, say something. So. So I think he lost connection. He's
Oh, sad.
But I think one important thing is that all this lockdown, corona, and everything, whatever, whether it is music, whether it is yoga, it actually helped people keep their calm. Otherwise, we would have, all of us would have lost. I mean, you don't have business, you don't have work to do. If you don't concentrate, if you don't meditate, in fact, music can also be one form of meditation. These
Yeah.
are very, very important thing for life. So Siddharth-san is back. So Siddharth-san, please.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
Hello.
So I had some trouble at connection over here. It's privilege. It's privilege to have Ohashi-san and Noruko-san here, and I was looking forward to this session since February. We started the first session of this entire series of lectures, special lectures with IJL, India Japan Laboratory of Keio University. And we are very fortunate to have so amazing speakers since the beginning. We handle so many topics, from international relation to diplomacy to technology to IT to a whole lot of a business gamut, and then we turn to some research academia, and today we are talking about yoga and music. What an amazing combination. And I have been hearing about Ohashi-san. It's my first encounter, probably virtual. Soon we'll be able to meet in person also, from Rajiv Sensei as well as Kawane-san. And though today I couldn't join the full time this lecture, but I definitely I'm going to see the recording. And so it's really I want to congratulate to the Ohashi-san that he really took this yoga to the heart and is being promoting it to the Japanese people from all parts of the society. And it's, of course, sometime I feel yoga is fad in many places, but sometime when you seriously communicate benefits and the real facts of that yoga, is a wonderful thing. I feel sometimes very sad that we Indian also many times forgot to yoga. Thanks for reminding it. A wonderful presentation. Of course, it was a privilege to meet Noriko-san at Konichiwa, Pune, and later recently at Goa. So I cannot just stop thinking about all the projects and presentation you made here today. They are amazing, and I think I I experienced this live, I mean, not these project, but the other, our music creation, and that really gives an idea that it's something, the music is within her. And that's why the boundaries don't stop her. She's been in India for long and doing a lot of research and activity around the music. Especially, yeah, I also love that within project, and Anata Nikimeta is also wonderful expression. I just feel, yes, I can relate with you if you are in India and the lockdown was terrible.
Yes.
For
So
the,
video was expressing that you jump into the sea, and in the deep sea you being friend with fish, and yeah, playing instruments and singing. Yeah.
I love.
As if I jumped into India as an alien, and yeah, getting know those people and culture, learning a lot of.
Probably that time it was very panic experience, but I think when you look back, it was, now I feel fun once in a lifetime. No, no, I think it will never come again. So thank you very much. It's been really, really wonderful to have you on this platform, and I hope in future also we find opportunity to get you on this platform and do more interaction. In 2011, when we started IJBC, it was not only the business at the back of the mind, but we really wanted to make a people-to-people connect. And when you connect the people at the core, food, culture, music, yoga, and many other things. Like I have been meeting so many Indian people also who is now started learning or understanding the Japanese art form also, that's so amazing to see, which was not the case earlier. We just knew the some electronics brand and automobile brands about Japan. So but the things are changing, and I'm very glad. And I also want to thanks to entire team of IJL, Rajiv ji, Kavane-san, and also the team at the IJBC, Abhishek-san, and of course Chef Ali, who is could not be here. They are the people who really throughout the year maintain this lecture series enthusiasm, and put this entire initiative very nicely. It's not the end. It was just an opportunity to celebrate the India-Japan 70th anniversary of diplomatic relationship. But we'll very soon come back with 75. That is very significant in India, and then we will very soon come back when it becomes 100. So thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Over to Abhishek.
Thank you, Siddharth-san. Thanks for summarizing the whole series. So yes, we had a wonderful time, and this is probably the last program we had for India Japan at 70, which it's already December, mid of December. And next year we have a lot of interesting plans. We will be sharing those with emails. And but Siddharth already thanked IJL. Thank you, IJL, for providing this opportunity to partner with IJBC and conduct all these wonderful sessions. Once again, thanking all our sponsors for the online events: Fujitsu Consulting, Interjust Worldwide, Daiichi Japanese Language Solutions, Tutor Bharat, JSX, and Fox Mandali. This is very, very important that we have a little bit of sponsorship for our online events, so that events can be done seamlessly. Also thanking not only Yohashi-san or Noriko-san, all other our other speakers for a year long. They have been with us. They delivered wonderful lectures. So thank you all the speakers. And last but not the least, Siddharth-san, thank you very much. Your vision and your efforts are really important for IJBC to grow. So with these words, I want to say thanks all the viewers, and we will be communicating with you with our 2023 plans. The immediate one is on 6th of January. We will be having our New Year party in Mumbai. all the details will be communicated to you with soon, and that will be followed. There will be follow-on delegations, business meets, cultural events, and everything. So looking forward to 2023, and goodbye for now. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとう